We got this handsome 3-drawer file cabinet from the Yafiti store, and it's great for home office organization. Welcome to Eclectic Ideas. This cabinet has a nice brown wooden tone and the 2 smaller upper drawers with finger pulls that make it really convenient. This bottom drawer has adjustable rods for your letter or legal size folders, and I like the metal accents on it that add to stability. If we come over here, you'll notice that we're charging our devices, and we're able to do that because the first shelf is equipped with a power strip and 2 USB ports. And the power strip and those casters give us a little more flexibility to be a little further away from that wall outlet if we need to for our own personal office setup. Now, for a small piece of self-assembled office furniture, it's surprisingly sturdy. I was very impressed with that. You can keep a number of heavy reference books, as you can see here. Let's measure it so you'll have some idea how much space it's going to take up in your office. So it is 30 inches wide, which is fairly compact and will fit into most offices, but it's still ample. And for the depth, we have it 16 inches deep. That's how far it's going to stand out from your wall, so you can get it around a door or whatever. And we've got 25.5 inches high. Now, we've shown you the unit fully assembled after we've done the painstaking assembly. There are 25 steps to it, and in the next feature, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you how that happened. I like the way the unit looks overall. I think it has a rustic vibe to it with the wood tone, and I think it has nice metal accents, and they do lend stability. 2 of the wheels have casters. Now, this was the easy part. The next segment, we're going to go ahead from here and show you how we unboxed and assembled it. That, you may want to flee from this part, but we're going to try to do it with some humor and some fun. So stay tuned for all 25 steps. Here is the unboxing. We've got our instructions here, right? Piece of cake. Yeah. And we've got, we're taking out the metal parts, and they're all labeled with a letter or a number. So that makes it pretty, most of them are. So there's a lot of pieces in here. And I think the best plan of attack we figured out is just to go ahead, lay everything out. Yeah. Looks very simple, doesn't it? Looks like the orthographic projection imploded and all this stuff is like a disaster hit. So anyway, let's try to make order out of entropy with step 1. Now, step 1 calls for black panels G and H, and it wants 6 drawer glides, CL and CR from part 11. And looking at this, you'll notice there's some grooves on the panels, and the grooves should be facing each other. And if we go over to the actual boards, you'll notice here both panels have the grooves, and the grooves are facing each other. That's how we want it. Now, these are the drawer glides. The drawer glides come from part 11, and they have 4 different components, CL and CR. Now, the drawer glides aren't labeled to tell you the difference between CL and CR, so you have to figure out which one is which, and we did that by checking the drawer glides against the diagram here. The position of each wheel on the drawer glide shows you which one is CL and which one is CR, and we'll just go ahead and screw those in. And those drawer glides are installed. Step 1 is done, only 24 more to go. Let's move to step 2, where we'll need 4 silver cam bolts, which are labeled part 3. Let's screw in 2 on each side, and we do that right here in the middle. Now that's done, let's look at step 3. We're going to need 2 cams on each side, so 4 cams in total. We're going to put them into part S, which joins panels G and H. So we want to put the open part of the cams facing the pre-drilled holes so the cam can accept the screw. We're setting this board part S on top of the 2 cam bolts in G, and we're going to secure it to board H and tighten down our cams. Step 4. We're looking for 4 long black screws, and that's in part 1. And for step 4, we're going to need the brown wood-grained panel F, and the groove at the bottom of F needs to line up with the grooves on the panels of G and H. You'll see that because it's going to make a channel. Now, we turned it upright to get better torque with our Allen wrench, and we just secured this panel. Well, in general, it got better torque. Oops. Small setback. We got it done. And it's looking sturdier. Very nice. Let's lay it back down. And you can see here that all 3 grooves line up to form a channel for the backer board. Step 5 is the most joyous step we reached because it's the easiest. For this one, we just slide shiny black backer board part T into these pre-routed grooves. Don't freak out the exact moment you realize it doesn't quite mesh. Just push up on the underside and save that reaction for later. Step 6. Next up is brown wood-grained panel E we're looking for, and it needs 4 wooden dowels from bag 12 and 3 cams from bag 3. And we're going to do cam, dowel, dowel, cam, just like that. To save time, we're going to get her done fast, and you can take satisfaction in all the anchors being countersunk neatly into their sinkholes. And the routed grooves will be in the right position to accept the backer board when it's joined. For step 7, we're going to place 2 cams in each side of panels G and H, so we're going to need 4 cams for that. Next up, we're going to fit the brown wood-grained panel E into panels G and H like so. Take your time fitting all these pins into the right holes. It takes a bit of patience not to strip anything, including your fingers. So here we go. Pushing gently, and it sank in properly. If your cams don't accept the cam bolt, it's probably not aligned, so just enter your patient zone and twist or untwist accordingly. We've made it to step 8. We want casters from bags 9 and 10, but we only got one bag 10 with all 4 casters in it. So the difference is 2 of them have brakes and 2 don't. Fear not, that is as it should be. We will need our wrench. The wrench kind of kept slipping off for me. Just keep after it and you'll get there. It's about time. We're at step 9. For this, we're going to need 4 screws from bag 1 to screw in the castered. Is castered a word? Anyway, to screw in the castered metal frames into each end of our filing cabinet. And the important thing here is to note that, that's the important thing to note is not to drop it. But anyway, the casters, one caster goes at the back with a brake, and the other caster goes at the front of the cabinet with a brake for stability. Screw those in, and we're to step 10. Let's grab 4 screws from bag 4 to screw the metal framer legs to the top of the cabinet with our trusty Allen wrench. Oh, thank heaven, we're at step 11. Just grab your 4 screws, and we're going to get part C pinned in there with the screws from bag 5. Bag 5 has part 14 in there as well, but don't let that throw you. Just carry on. I'll let you in on a little secret. We got confused at this point, possibly from exhaustion or dehydration. We didn't realize we needed a part C. We couldn't find a part C. It just said screw these pins right here in, and there was nothing to screw them into. But we found it 1 hour later. But since we didn't know what to do, we delved into 12. And there we need 4 screws for this step to pin shelf I into place. And shelf I is actually where the power strip receptacle is going to be at the back of the shelf. So you want that toward the back. An extra pair of hands really helps for stability on this one. Step 13 is going to require that we get 2 screws from bag 6 so that we can install part 7, our very handy power strip with USBs, and bolt that sucker down tight. So you just pass the cord through here, drop in your power strip, bolt it down, and you're an electrician. I'm kidding. Don't believe that. And this is like deja vu, where we go back in time to step 11. We're regressing. It seems that bar C from step 11 is found, and so at least if we had to miss a step, this is a super easy correction, and it's going to add a lot of stability. Likely that's why they included it, but I digress. If you notice, it's got this little screw hole here, and it's a little hard to get that started, but we got it screwed down, not screwed up. But stay confident. If you don't go through these small battles, you'll never be prepared for an IKEA closet unit assembly. Baby steps. Step 14 is our small drawer front. We have 2 of them, so let's get 8 cam bolts from bag 3. Our 2 drawer fronts are labeled part K, and we need to screw 4 cam bolts into each of them to complete step 14. For step 15, we're joining boards L and M into K by just placing them onto the 4 cam bolts we put in earlier and securing them with little cams. And we need we have our channel that's pre-drilled, and it's going to mesh up on all 3 sides of the part. So we just popping our cams in, putting it onto where the channels align right here, as we've done before. And then we'll twist the cams in, do it again, and do it from the other drawer front. And just like that, we're at step 16, where we're going to slide the backer board labeled R into its rightful place. Now just look at your board and just decide which side you like better that goes with your edges if it matters to you, or you may want to put that annoying sticker on the bottom where you never see it again. But see how nice it looks? And there is a drawer. We have a real formed drawer. This is exciting. Part N is the star of this segment, and it's going to make the back of our drawer. Our diagram wants us to permanently attach part N to parts M, R, and L with 8 screws from bag 1, and that is precisely what we're going to do as we work our way through the entire alphabet. We're using 4 screws in each drawer, just like this. Tighten, and you're done. I mean, you're done in the sense that we're going to go to step 18, where it's time to put skis on these boxes. Let's attach 2 drawer glides to each of our upside down drawers, and we're going to do that part 11, which is DL. DL is the right wheel and DR is the left wheel. The drawer front is going to face us, and we're going to use 4 of the screws from bag 6. And notice there are pre-drilled holes on the drawer glides. These tend to go in a bit crooked. Just get them straight before you tighten. 4 screws from bag 6 into positions 2 and 7 for the right wheel drawer glide DL, and for the left drawer glide positions 7 and 2. And we have a fully standing unit and 2 small drawers done. Let's fill the big mouth here. The top one goes in, and you lift one roller over the other, and when you pull the drawer glide out, the roller stops it in its tracks. So we've got 2 nice looking stable wooden drawers, and we're going to go for steps 19, 20, 21, and 22. They're exactly the same as the smaller drawer. This one's just taller. So for step 19, we're going to put 4 cam bolts from bag 3 into the large drawer front J, and we're going to pop these 2 adjustable poles in for your hanging files, legal or letter. And we're done with that. Check this out. Putting it in. It's literally done exactly the same way as the other drawers. And just get it started and slide her in just like so. And these great finger holds will help you access your hanging files with ease. We are fully assembled. It's nice looking, it's super functional, smart design. Thanks for watching, viewers and vendors. We'd love to showcase your products. Email us.